Hey, what's up, gang? So today's video is about running a level 10 meeting, right? Most people, most gyms that I talk to, they hate running meetings. It's a waste of time. You know, I'm so sick of my schedule. I got another meeting. But meetings can be super productive if you follow a couple of key points that I'm going to show you here today. Yesterday I saw another strength entrepreneur that I respect very much in the industry. A guy named Vince Gabriel posted an Instagram post of his team holding up a scorecard at the end of the meeting. They rate their meetings. It's a fantastic idea. It was their first level 10 meeting. And I remember going back, you know, when Dan and I first partnered up in 2009, we started running meetings and stuff like that. And we hated it, and we were like, "Oh my God, this is such a waste of time. I hate it," because we would just like literally just get in a circle and gripe about shit, and it was like, I could have done that anytime, anywhere. We didn't need to have a meeting for that. So we started to add a lot of structure to the meeting. We started to come up with like a real format for meetings, and now our team meetings are very systematic. Our advisory board meetings are very systematic. And then when we have meetings, when me and Dan have our same page meetings together, or when I meet with any employees, it's about action. We don't sit around and tangent. We don't sit around and hobnob. We don't sit around and complain. What are the actionable steps that we need to take right now? Whether it's with whatever their job is here in the gym, whatever their duties are, whatever projects we're working on, or something that needs to be addressed, we address it, we get that done, and move forward. So here's a couple key components to running a level 10 meeting. One, hold your meetings at regular intervals. Nothing's going to throw off your vibe more than, every week, let's have a meeting. No, every Wednesday at 2 p.m., we have our team meeting. Every Friday at 9 a.m., we have a team meeting. We have our advisory board meeting, right? Every Tuesday at 2 p.m., Dan and I have our same page meeting. Now, we've scaled back a little bit. It might not be every single week, but they're all laid out on the calendar, and they're always on the same day at the same time. That just allows people to put it in their schedule and get consistent with that, as opposed to having to try and figure out a new schedule every single week. Number two, okay? Adjust your meeting agenda every week to fit the format of each meeting. Every meeting should have a purpose. There should be some theme of the meeting. When I design my meeting agenda, there's usually a little saying and a quote, ideas for the week, like this week's theme, and then the key items right at the top. Here are the key items that we're going to discuss in this meeting. We might be a 5-minute segue about, something good happened in the gym or something bad happened in the gym. But it's nuts and bolts, and it's got an agenda, and that's printed up, and that's sent to everybody before the meeting. And I bring copies to the meeting because nobody prints them out, and I bring those copies to the meeting so that everybody has an agenda to follow. That's really important. Okay. Number three, make sure everybody speaks up and contributes. No matter what, even if it's one sentence, something, everybody should have an opportunity to talk. So I do most of the talking, of course, right? Dan and myself and the advisory board members do quite a bit of talking. But I always go around the room. What do you have to say? What do you have to say? What do you have to say? What do you think about this? And make sure you have to, as the leader, you have to engage people. Sometimes the people they just want to sit there. They want to phase out. What do you think about this? Oh, okay. Make them contribute. Make them part of it. Make them feel like their contribution is wanted and welcome, too. That's really important. Number 4, ensure each meeting is well prepared, right? Send out an email earlier in the week. So how it works here, when we do have our team meetings or advisory board is locked in every week. The team meetings are usually every other week, and once in a blue moon, we'll move one around with the holidays, okay? Well prepared means I send out an email on Monday, let everybody know, hey, just a reminder, this week we have our team meeting on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Here's the meeting agenda, right? Please bring X, Y, and Z to the meeting. So if there's something I need from Phoebe, from Mike, from Trevor, I let them know ahead of time, right? I don't expect them to just come to the meeting with massive piles of information. No, I have to preempt them. So it's my job as the leader of the spaceship here to let everybody know, here's what we need, here's the key points for this meeting. That means I'm going to need X, Y, and Z from you, Trev. I'm going to need this from you, Mike. I'm going to need this from Adam. Okay, please bring those things to the meeting so we are well prepared. Okay. Number 5, don't waste time with status updates and tangents, right? Very easy and very common Do we just get down a road of complaints and like, well, this person did this? Nip that shit in the butt, right? Waste of time, useless time, okay? We got an hour to meet. Let's stick to it. If you need to meet with me afterward to complain about a client and another employee or something like that, then so be it, okay? We also don't need to get down a rabbit hole of updating 15 status updates about this, and this, and things that are already known and done. I see meetings so many times, well, let's review the VTO. Again, it's like, you do that every single week, really? I mean, you know, if there's something that isn't getting done, that's what needs to get reviewed. So don't waste time with BS status updates and tangents, letting people ramp. You know, when people ramp here, I cut them off. Sorry, man, we got to move this forward, right? Number 6, be a vulnerable leader, okay? I'm willing to admit my mistakes. I'm willing to say that, does anybody have a better idea? I'm willing to ask for help, okay? I value the input of my team greatly, and I make sure that they understand that the collective analysis, right, and decision-making of the team is what I want most, right? And that's really what's critical. At the end of the day, I'm going to make the final call. However, I want to make sure that we are all contributing, right? So being a vulnerable leader means listening, letting people talk, right? Acknowledging people's, contributions and making sure that they feel like they're important, right? And they feel like they're really part of the team, and you're not just, BSing them and you're just managing them, okay? Number 7, okay? Be honest with your own contributions, okay? Don't dwell on the negative. Focus on the positive. You can't change the past. You can't go back. So there's no sense coming into a new meeting and saying, well, you did this last week, you did this. Again, if there's something that has to be addressed, a safety issue, a concern with a client or employee, things like that, and they have to be addressed, okay, fine, okay? But move forward. Be honest. Bring your work to it, right? Do not, clear and distinct thoughts, clear and distinct ideas. It's better to not have a meeting than to have a shitty meeting, right? Be ready to go. You're the leader. You have to move things forward and do not gossip. Again, if I'm the one that goes on the tangent, everybody goes on a tangent. I'm the one that gossips, everybody gossips, right? I'm the one that shows up unprepared, everybody's unprepared, right? You got to be the most prepared and the most businesslike in your meetings as the leader, okay? Number 8, okay? Move things forward. If you start to get on a roll like you feel like you're going down a tangent, nip that shit in the butt. Sorry, we got to move on. Next thing, we'll save that for later, and we just move on. I don't mean to cut you. I'm like, hey man, I don't mean to cut you off, right? I understand that this upsets you or that you want to talk a little bit more, but we have to move forward and move on to the agenda. Okay, that's it. Okay, and last but not least, okay, number 9, have fun. Right? You got to have some fun once in a while. Spice things up. Move the meeting outside to a nice area. Maybe get lunch catered for everybody. Buy coffee for the crew. Take the meeting out off-site. We love doing that. That's really great. Take everybody out for bowling or something like that, right? Surprise everybody. Make things fun. We play jokes on each other. We try to have a good time here. We eat a lot with our meetings and things like that. And, at the end of the day, I love to close every meeting with just like a little round table, like name game or something, what happened in your life that week, or give everybody another chance to talk and just talk about something fun and end the meeting with something lighthearted. Lately it's been a lot about, just talking about, oh, let me tell you what happened with Antonio, my son. It's really funny, blah, blah, blah. And you just want to finish a meeting. Here's all this serious stuff that we have to work on. Let's finish with something nice and light. So those are my 9 tips for running an awesome level 10 meeting. Structure, prepared, and just be ready. Meetings are an absolutely essential and necessary part of the business process. And if you do them correctly, you'll absolutely move your business forward at a much greater rate. Keep everybody on the same page. Everybody will know what to do, right? And that's how you get business success. So any questions, let me know, gang. I'll talk to you later.